Forza Motorsport comes out on October 10th, and I think it is shaping up to be one of the best brand new racing sims coming out in 2023. And yes, I did say racing sim. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. You're probably saying, a racing sim? Like a hardcore sim? That doesn't sound very believable. And I would agree with you. I mainly mean in terms of the way that Gran Turismo 7 is a racing sim. In fact, I think that Forza Motorsport could be a Gran Turismo killer if the launch does pan out how it so far seems. Forza has historically lagged behind the Gran Turismo series with its Motorsport franchise, but Forza Motorsport is some of the largest changes, upgrades, and updates probably since Forza Motorsport 3 to 4. For the base launch content, we will have 17 tracks. 4 of those are fictional circuits, which I think is personally cool to see coming back to the Forza franchise. I know we had a few in previous games, and I hope that more from those previous games come back. I got my fingers crossed for Prague and the Bernese Alps. As for cars, just like previous Forza Motorsports and Gran Turismo, we have a healthy mix of both race cars and road cars, but I feel like now there are even more race cars, which I do like to see. The Corvette C8R, the Cadillac DPI VR, the Acura ARX 06, as well as the brand new Cadillac DPI VR LMDH/GTP car, just to name a few in the prototype space. And with a lot of returning GT cars, and I'm sure even more prototypes as well, this is going to be a very, very fun sim to do some sports car racing. Being Forza, as I said, we also have a ton of fantastic road-going cars, all the way up to Lamborghinis, Ferraris, Bugattis, and more, and then back all the way down to your more pedestrian cars, your Fords, your Chevys, your Toyotas. According to the developers Turn 10, the simulation engine has been vastly improved from Forza Motorsport 7. The tire contact patch will now be sampled at 6 points instead of 1, this making a 48 times improvement in the fidelity of the physics calculations per tire. This will also lead to a better feeling through both the controller and the wheel, which the developers will say has a lot more support in Forza Motorsport and will be a vastly improved experience compared to previous Forza games. The developers claim that Forza Motorsport is the most technically advanced racing game ever made. If that's actually true, I personally don't believe it. However, it is set to be a fantastic improvement over the predecessors and is definitely going to be rivaling Gran Turismo 7. There have also been improvements to the crash structure and the damage modeling of the cars. It's nowhere on the level of BeamNG or even iRacing. However, visually and in terms of handling as well, the developers do say that damage has been much improved. Of course, being a modern day AAA game for the current generation of consoles and PC, the game has a ton of eye candy going for it, including ray tracing if you have a supporting graphics card, or if you're on the Xbox Series X and S, you will have ray tracing by default. In terms of online multiplayer, the game is going to be far more structured than previous Forza Motorsport games, rivaling Gran Turismo 7 and iRacing. There's going to be, first of all, different event types and categories featuring certain cars and certain tracks. Both Gran Turismo and iRacing have things like this, and they will also have a ranking license system to go along with this, meaning that if you drive clean, you are, in theory, only going to be matched with clean racing drivers. But if you do decide to use people as bowling pins into T1, you will be with other people who like to use people as bowling pins into Turn 1. As someone who grew up with the Forza franchise, both Motorsport and Horizon, and Motorsport being the thing that kind of got me into sim racing in a way when I was younger, my gateway drug, if you will, I'm super excited to see what this refreshed Forza Motorsport title will be able to offer. I feel very confident in saying that with this game, Forza Motorsport will finally once again rival Gran Turismo, and I'm very hopeful that it will be fun to drive on a wheel. The multiplayer licensing system has me very interested and curious to see how it will pan out, and will it actually work well to give me competitive lobbies that aren't just going to be an absolute wreckfest. And the different types of cups and events will definitely be fun to see how they can differentiate themselves, besides just being you drive the Japanese car in this one and you drive the American car in this one. As a thoroughbred sim racer, I hope we can get some dedicated multi-class endurance. I know that might be a lot to ask, but I think it would be super cool if we had a GT class and then the GTP class with the Cadillac. Either way, this Forza Motorsport game is the largest step forward for the franchise since Forza Motorsport 4. I'm super excited to see how it plays out. And if you are as well, make sure you get subscribed, because I will be starting my coverage of the game on October 5th, 5 days early, with the early access right here on JC Racing. Thank you for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, a like and a sub would mean a lot, and I will see you all in the next one. Have a good one, guys.